This week, Cell C was in the media for all the wrong reasons, and their brand was under the spotlight with the banner of an anti-Cell C banner in Joburg. And so today we are joined by brand reputational expert Solly Moeng, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about it. And so, Solly, what impact do you think the judgment yesterday where Cell C lost their application will have on other brands in South Africa?
I think, first of all, I think it's a good judgment. I think other brands should wake up to the fact that it's not just them who have rights. I think they should have tried to get a private solution, off-record solution with the employee or with the customer who was not happy. It's clear that he tried to get them to resolve the problem away from the cameras and the media, but they took time. And the fact is, a lot of people will not sympathize with Cell C because he is not the only person with this kind of frustration. I'm sure that a lot of people who have had the same experience with them are behind the scenes very happy at what came out of this. And there's precedence, brands who think that they can just intimidate customers through code action. We've seen it in the past.
Yes,
never works.
We saw it in 2005 with the Laugh It Off campaign,
right.
Black Labour, White Guilt,
right.
and I mean SAB spent years in court fighting and eventually lost that case,
right.
and that had huge repercussions.
Right. I think when you manage your reputation, especially as a big company, you should consider first of all whom are you fighting against. Because if you're a big company, you'll always be seen as a Goliath trying to fight little Davids, to intimidate everybody out of the way. We've seen, I would like to give a number of examples, maybe it's not appropriate for this platform, but I think that the past has shown that if a brand finds itself in this kind of situation, the best thing to do is to call the person in and find an amicable solution, because it'll never get to a point where the majority of the people sympathize with the brand against an individual who is really a representative of a whole lot of other people out there who might have had the same experience.
So Cell C today was quoted in the media saying that that people should be worried, brands should be worried. They quoted as saying, from the large business to the corner shop, businesses now face the risk of having their reputations tarnished by an individual who can make defamatory statements as long as this is expressed as an opinion of personal experience with only cursory and, in Cell C's view, selectively chosen factual foundations. So how would you comment on that?
I think it's naughty. I think that brands should be worried. They should be more careful of their reputations. I think a lot of times they tarnish their own reputations. They don't need help from customers. I think they need to make sure that their relationships with customers are up to date. They know how to respond and to respond in time to customer queries. I mean, the Cell C example is a very good one. This gentleman gave them ample opportunity to respond to this thing without, going to the extent that he has. And they never took advantage. I think they took him for granted that he would one day give up. And he didn't. So what brands should be worried about is not whether or not people are going to tarnish their reputations, it's whether their own inaction vis-a-vis customer unhappiness will tarnish their own reputation.
So what other cases have you seen where brands have got it all wrong?
Well, we had the Coca-Cola one, for instance. When T-shirts were printed that were not, with I don't know.
Was that corruption? Was that the corruption one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can. I would like to mention Willis, for instance, the Frankie story.
Yes.
It was also a good example where a big giant was seen as
another David Goliath experience.
Another David and Goliath experience. I think that brands should always realize that the major part of the community of the society will sympathize with the David, not with the Goliath. So if you're a big company, do the best you can to find a solution away from the cameras, because otherwise you're going to end up being the bad guy anyway. We naturally, as human beings, tend to sympathize with the weak guy.